My name is Gum Gum.
Fuck, I knew this was hell.
First official roll of the campaign, boys. Roll me an Arcana check, buddy-o.
Oh my fucking god! Nat 20 plus 3. 23! First fucking roll of this campaign.
It's gonna be a fucking good one.
My eyes are gonna roll back into my head. He's having a seizure!
Guts goes over and, like, cups the back of his head, ready for him to fall.
You're doing it all wrong.
Kind of smacking his face a little bit.
If somebody's having a seizure, you want to put a piece of bark in their mouth.
What the fuck?
So they don't swallow their tongue.
Oh, interesting Genasi trick there, my friend.
Are you gonna put bark in his mouth?
No, not my own, of course.
That's what it sounds like.
Somebody fetch me bark from a nearby tree. How dare you guys? That's disgusting.
You said it.
But don't you feel almost like you're a part of those trees as well?
How dare you?
Boys, be careful. This is pretty sketchy.
Well, let's give it a try. And I step 1 foot onto the bridge.
The rock falls and kills Sap Feldspar.
Finally. The longest this character's ever lasted.
Were you purposefully speaking giant that whole time to be impressive?
Oh no, I was trying to speak giant, yes.
Yeah, so in your own interpretation, how does that sound a giant to you?
Sorry.
He just leaves the stream.
Sorry.
That's exactly what I wanted to hear. That was fucking perfect. We got that recorded, right? The session's being recorded?
Oh yeah.
Okay, perfect.
And I'll flick my collar out, prepare myself, and I'll strut to the front of the party here and lead us through.
Not so fast. I've got a bead on your chest. This is about a 5-foot arrow. Not a good recipe for a pretty-looking fellow like yourself. Roll me a deception check.
12.
Something's up. Tell us why you're really here.
I'm gonna run away.
You fucking idiot.
I cannot sustain damage. I'm doing the run that, like, Captain Jack Sparrow does, too.
It's a big blade, and as I'm sprinting and I'm gaining momentum, I'm hitting rocks every once in a while, and there's sparks flying from my greatsword. It's like come up and like right up next to him, and I up slash. It cuts him right in half, right up the middle.
This is a disgusting display of violence.
Hey, is it normal to, like, kill a bunch of people and then just, like, their friends forgive you and then ask them to, like, bury the people you killed?
Absolutely not, mate. These people out of their fucking minds.
Chase is meta critiquing my DMing right now. It's the type of metagaming I've never even heard of before. I'm gonna make you make 15 characters in this fucking campaign. Don't you make me.
Oh, it's gonna be a long campaign.
Welcome back, everybody, to another stream of At Advantage. I am very excited to get back into Shattered Virtues. How's everyone feeling?
Oh, stoked. I'm excited to play finally.
Massive props to Joel for running a couple of fantastic sessions yesterday and today. Sounds like we'll get back to the finale of it tomorrow.
Yes,
cool.
The finale tomorrow.
Oh, that'll be fun. Man, this is amazing. So last off, I'm just gonna get right into this. I'm excited. Last off, we saw you guys at the beginning of last campaign episode. We were in the throes of battle. You guys found your way into a cave, making some poor checks, and getting into battle with a few kobolds and orcs. We saw a death from Gabriel killing Dak the kobold, after which another opponent sounded a horn which raised the alarms, calling reinforcements in. The troll, Torag, blocked the entrance to the cave, and about 8 to 12 reinforcements came in and began to surround you guys. Gabriel, you were forced into handcuffs. Guts was commanded to drop his weapons. And Casper had another brush with death after taking a stone to the face from Torak. After surrendering, a lucky persuasion roll from Aaron led you guys to being spared in order for your party to continue on the quest to save the world, or the nation at least, from the 7 deadly sins. You guys were offered to stay in the cave. Untrusting, Casper and Oriel left in favor of finding somewhere else to stay nearby. The rest of the party followed, but not before Sap found an everlasting candle which cannot be lit or extinguished by anything other than its power word. Nar. This is where we left off. The party had some conversation and received a long rest, and planned to head on the road towards Cragwillow. You guys did receive some information about Willis being called out to Cragwillow to speak with the Thieves Guild in order to strike up some kind of a deal for guarding the Thieves Guild in return for receiving some supplies from them. So you guys learned about an entrance to this Thieves Guild along the walls, the left side of the entrance, etched into the stonework, a small mouse. And there is, beneath that, supposedly some kind of a sewer grate that you guys know to be the entrance. They didn't have much more information other than that, as they have not seen Willis since he sent out to go on this venture. Yeah, the floor is yours. If there's any other roleplay you want to get into before we hit the road, or if you just want to walk and talk, let me know what's going on.
We have rested.
Long rest for everybody.
Long rest.
Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah. No, nothing happened through the night. People in the cave left you alone. They didn't come out to try to find you. Safe and sound asleep as much as you can get in the woods after having a pretty intense encounter.
Yeah, I think it's safe to assume we could just role play as we walk towards our destination.
Cool. Yeah, that works for me.
Before we have, I'd like to just say that as I woke up early, and I've just been looking at this candle and studying what could possibly be the magic that makes it work. And I've just been sitting there in the morning going, nar.
Yeah, and as the early morning light rises, it's still dark enough that the area around the bushes where you guys camped just gets this gentle glow of light and diminishes and returns, and you hear muttering from Sap Feldspar as he's tinkering around with this candle. Are you looking at it in the sense of you're wanting to figure out how it works, or are you just trying to figure out what type of magic it is?
What type of magic it is, and figure out what exactly could be making that root word cause it to light up.
Okay. Yeah. Roll me an Arcana check.
Okay.
While this is happening, I'm also going to cast Mage Armor on myself for the day.
Alrighty.
Ooh, that would be a 20, dirty 20, dude.
A dirty 20.
It's a dirty 20. Let's go.
Yeah. Good shit, man. Oh yeah. We love a dirty 20. This is arcane magic. So this doesn't seem like it has any kind of divine sense to it. It's purely arcane.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, I finally figured this out.
Other than that, taking a closer look at it as well, with a dirty 20, I'll give you that this does have some kind of an enchantment on it, similar to your tinkering ability. Not unlike that. Just a really simple use of the ability to engage a flame with an enchantment.
Well, it's always great to see another person's fine work.
Beautiful, yeah. And there's, yeah, that's all I've got for the morning, unless you guys have, like you said, you want to keep walking. So as you guys head back to the main road and it splits off to the left, you actually come across a small building. And you'll remember that little fella, as he was flying around, noticed this building and heard some sort of commotion. You see a dead human wearing robes stained in blood on the ground, maybe 15, 20 feet from the door. The sand mud mixture of what makes up the ground here stained in blood as well, pooled around. And as you get closer, if you decide to, do you decide to get closer to it?
Can I tell if it's like recently dead or has it been dead a while?
Just based off of connecting the dots of hearing commotion from the day before.
Yeah,
and seeing
it happened
this dead
yesterday.
body. You don't get like the smell of rot or any kind of decomposition or anything like that. No.
Yeah, I think we all approach.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna approach absolutely.
Yeah.
I'll storm to the building if I can. To the
Sure.
door.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
slow down there.
I'll give you
All fours just
Hell yeah.
As he's doing that, I'm just wiping my glasses and going.
I'll
It's a
be
shame.
inspecting the body very closely
Yeah. Roll me a medicine check.
just to see if I can figure out what happened here. That was a natural 1. Plus 1, 2.
Yep. Even if it was a plus 10, then that one is a critical failure. So it looks like a recently dead body to you. Yeah. Not a whole lot to report. Just natural causes, maybe.
Okay. Sure. There's blood everywhere.
Natural causes.
That's a bad one for you.
Yeah. If anybody else wants to take a look at it too, feel free.
Yeah, I'd like to.
Yeah, both of you roll me medicine checks.
13.
13. You notice with a 13 that there are bite marks all over the body, chunks of the skin ripped off of the body. They don't look to be bestial or anything like that. They look like the size of bite marks that like a human mouth would create.
Well, if you look here, by his neck and all along his arm, there's big gashes taken out. It looks to be bite marks, almost human-sized bite marks.
Are they fresh?
They seem pretty fresh.
Yeah, you gathered that this was done within the
Relatively
last
recent.
10 minutes.
Well, yeah, we just saw it.
Yeah.
I think we should leave.
I think maybe we need to check out a little bit more.
Well, we can't leave yet.
Guts, did you
Guts already ran through the front door. We should probably see what's happening in there.
What's going on in there, Guts?
Cutscene over to Guts, running on the ground, all fours, full speed ahead. Great sword clanging on his back as he makes his way to this building, bursts through the doors in a ferocious rage. As you look around, you see a space that matches the emotion that you portray a lot of the time. A disheveled space. These cabinets and closets, everything is open and ransacked. The entire building is tossed. You notice supplies of foods and rations, wrappers laid across on the floor. It looks like anything that they could have taken that was useful was taken.
Guys, I think we got bandits. Somebody ransacked this place.
Hungry ones.
Cannibal bandits.
Cannibal bandits? Gross. I don't throw up.
Yeah!
That's character development.
That's character development. Totally different character, but yeah.
There may be a few inside jokes during the session. Check out the the Dusk Queen.
Shadows of the Dusk Queen.
Yeah.
Can I possibly take a look around, like just a little bit more, just to see if there's anything weird that was left behind or dropped?
What do you mean by weird? Just anything that the people that ransacked the building might have
Yeah.
lost as they came through? Roll me an investigation check.
Investigation. 10.
10. It is such a scattered and disheveled space. You'd be hard pressed to find anything that really sticks out as you're searching through.
I'll send up little fella and just have him take a quick look around, see if there's anybody hanging in the bushes or the trees.
Okay, so flying low to the ground, or sort of
Just
at
so
real
right
shot?
above the tree height, do a quick circle around, not too high up, maybe like 30 feet.
Okay, yeah, you don't notice a whole lot of movement or anything like that.
Beautiful. Alright, little fella ain't seen much. I think we're alone, boys.
I want to try one last saving before we leave.
Before you do that, is our goal figure out what happened to this poor fella, or are we just gonna keep moving?
Here's what happened to you.
And you see me rubbing my hands together. That's basically the intention. And I'm gonna try and lay on hands with this person, covering up like the gashes, like almost the bite marks. Trying to use my magic just to seal those.
Okay.
I can also cure disease or neutralize a poison affecting the creature with lay on hands as well.
How many points of your lay on hands are you?
5 HP.
5 HP. So with a golden light, after you rub your hands and you press firmly onto the wounds of this body, the wounds begin to sort of seal up, almost as if they are cauterized by this divine light. But you can touch through the warmth of your hands and feel that this body is cold.
What I was getting at, we can't save everybody along the path, especially if we're supposed to save the world.
You're right.
How can we save the world if we're not saving those inside it? It is our duty.
It's not about that. It's about the bigger picture.
The bigger picture.
The bigger picture.
This is a ant.
If we cannot help, don't we just become one of the sins ourselves, or at least an image of it?
He's dead, son.
He's dead.
This bloke is obviously dead. But I'm talking about those that we find who are in dire need.
And have you ever heard of sacrifice?
I know you know sacrifice well, but so do the rest of us.
I agree. Well, if you feel the same way about sacrifice,
I don't feel much.
why is
I'm not
that?
trying to die again, but I have to, I will.
Won't be dying again.
I'm with Mr. Blackthorn. Try to stay alive.
Casper, I'm a little interested on what you just said.
Well, let's just keep it. We'll talk about it later.
Yeah, so you guys make your way past this building. One road that winds through what's mostly a forested pathway that winds along a river. The river seems to shrink as you guys make your way upstream, forming much less of a raging river than what would be more considered like tributaries and small streams that are flowing into this waterway that's making it a little bit more populated with the flow of water. The landscape around you guys begins to change from a forested dwelling to a more valley-like situation with a lot of limestone and moss. And the pathway leads into sort of a very narrow opening at the mouth of this alleyway. The wall's steep. Traversing this area is going to be slow. It's going to be methodical. The ground in this area and the narrow parts, I'm going to consider as difficult terrain. So keep that in mind if we get into any kind of encounter.
Was there any chance that dead man was Willis?
You didn't really get a description on what Willis looks like. It's not something you guys really asked about. So
that's true.
I just realized that. I was like,
Stupid. And you forgot to check the tag on his shirt to see if you fucking scratched his name in there. So
Dude, we fucking tried to get in there on a lie anyways, but just trying to ask what the dude looked like, and he just
They offered you safe haven for a night, and you're basically like, yeah, I don't trust that. I'm fucking out of here.
Well, I guess the only way is that we just ask every passerby, "Are you Willis?"
We're bound to meet one.
This walkway is just wide enough that you might be able to fit two people shoulder to shoulder.
Wow.
And it follows along the floor of a very narrow folding valley. The landscape here is dramatic, relentlessly winding upwards into a more mountainous valley plateaus. every twist and turn, the geological wonders they're beautiful and something to take in as you guys are walking. The forces of nature and time, the erosion that it took to sculpt a place like this is unparalleled. These limestone cliffs around you guys, they rise like ancient sentinels. Mosses and lichens cling to the walls, adding vibrant splashes of green to this sort of pale rock that surrounds you. Trickling streams of crystal clear water, fed by these hidden mountain springs, cascade down the valley slopes, forming really delicate waterfalls that sort of provide a soothing soundtrack to your journey.
It's beautiful out here.
Guts.
My head into the water.
Dunk it in, baby. It's cold.
Never seen anything
It's cold.
like it, to be honest with you.
Is it pretty hot for like where we're
the
traversing?
temperature relaxes a little bit as you get into the mountains.
Cool.
The forested area was a little bit hotter. The
Yeah.
climate was a little bit drier and had more heat. As you get into these mountains, you feel a little bit less heat, but a little bit more humidity.
Cool.
Guts, just a reminder to you, you have advantage on perception, investigation, survival, and nature checks in this area.
Oh. Okay.
You guys make your way through for quite a long time, hours of walking, treading up and down uneven rocks. It's very similar to the disc golf course we played today in a lot of ways. Loose rocks that you have to be careful of. And you make your way towards what seems to be an area of the canyon that sort of widens a little bit. You guys, which one of you has highest passive perception?
10.
13.
13.
Where do you find that?
What
No,
advantages did I get again?
Dang it.
Perception,
Okay, that's
I think it's
investigation,
touched
survival.
over here with the Arcana.
and nature.
Okay.
Yeah. So 13s were the highest?
Yeah, the two elves.
I'm doing a sketch of this canyon too.
Yeah.
As we walk. Yeah.
Draw.
Yeah. I'm a lover of fine things.
Wow, that's
Art.
it's quite beautiful, actually. Does that mean?
That's you.
Wow.
Burying the body in front of the cave.
I remember.
You like it?
I do. Maybe you could sell those and get a little extra gold.
Yeah, they're for me. Okay.
I understand.
You have a hard time remembering things.
Just like to look back.
Okay.
It's like a still image in time.
Bit of a memento of sorts.
Trophy.
On top of the perception checks, what is the marching order? So you guys are walking into this wider area.
I'm gonna be taking lead.
The soft boys are in the back.
I'll be behind.
I found myself.
Not lead. I'm gonna actually be like, kind of like, I'll be off to the side so like people can actually get up with me. Like,
I
I'm not
found
gonna
myself
be taking
sticking
lead
around these guys. The big dragons. Like bodyguards almost.
Casper is taken aback by the sides. He's been distracted looking at
Thank you, sir.
the trees he's never
I
seen
got 3
before.
more over there. I can't reach. Can you pass them?
Don't break.
Can I just be obnoxious and like kind of like jump off these like walls that we're passing through?
Like hardcore parkour?
Just fucking being sporadic.
Just like an American Ninja Warrior, like stepping.
Yeah, I mean I'm just like walking too, but just being a spaz.
Yeah, definitely.
I'll do that in the middle.
Your aim,
You're
your
like,
armor,
oh, no.
your armament,
Enjoy.
and your sword clanging pretty loudly as you guys enter this this widening in the valley. Oriel and Casper, you guys from the middle and back of the pack, with your keen senses, your ability to see very far, you both notice a widening in the valley where there's a couple of large boulders. Where did that pen go?
Right there.
Another one.
You notice a pretty large boulder here.
That's a nice boulder.
And then the wall of the valley kind of widens out like that. Sitting on top of the boulder, at this point, kind of the same thing as our previous sessions. The distances are a little bit whack on the map because we have to have it so close. But
But there's a black one for you, bro.
you notice that there are a few. Do we have a wolf, dude? We do have a wolf, dude.
Yeah.
There are a few enemies
Ahead.
You notice 3 rather ragged-looking personalities with a wolf. On top of the boulder, you notice someone sitting sort of leaned back with a crossbow laid between their lap. At this point, they don't seem to notice you. Even with the clanging from the armor. They seem to be sort of engaged in conversation.
Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of. We all see them, I think.
I'm sorry. What
Was that just?
I think with this being a web audio platform,
do you think?
Maybe the whispers like make them.
The whispers.
But we'll know that you're being quiet during right now. Try to give Bryce a break on adjusting those audio levels. Thank you again, Bryce. Love you.
How many? Looks like 3.
What?
Well, I know we shouldn't send Mr. Blackthorn to do dogging. Didn't go
He
great.
didn't
last
do
time.
great. He didn't do
You
great.
get another chance, but not now, all right?
Well, I don't know who I had to say that these all have to be enemies of ours. I've made plenty of friends in my travels. Shall I talk to them?
I think that's a great idea. Let's send that this time.
Yeah. I'll just take my crossbow and not my boomerang or my short sword, but hold my crossbow in the air.
I want to
just
stop
say,
you for a second.
Many weapons.
Like, stop. You sure?
Oh yes, why not?
Good.
I just approach with my crossbow in air and say, "Hello, hello. How's it going over there?"
The guy on the rock, sort of laughing and jovial, speaking with his cohorts, gets a bead on you, raising your crossbow. And he says, "Hey there, nice to see you. Comes to the parts of the valley, it's time to collect a toll."
Oh, a toll. Are you possibly with that faction back over there?
The faction back over there. What are you speaking of, buddy?
Oh, well, do you know Torak, the troll?
No.
Oh, never mind then.
Only trolls I've ever seen ended up dead.
I'm gonna send a quick message to Sam.
Tell him that the troll's our friend and he's gonna be here any minute.
Oh, yeah. So I can't respond to that, right?
You can respond to that in your mind.
Well, I tell you that, of course I was going to mention that.
Alright, beautiful.
Yeah. Well, anyways, Torak the troll, he's a friend of ours. He's on his way. But a toll, you say? How much is this toll, and for what are you collecting the toll for?
Yeah, any passers-by that come through here, making their way up to Cragwillow, collecting a toll, goes towards the city.
Oh, towards the city, huh? And how far exactly is that?
About a day and a half's walk if you're moving quickly.
Oh, great. Well, you didn't quite answer how much the toll was.
Right, yeah. He looks across it. Are you guys like hiding, or are you just kind of standing in the background?
I think we're just standing
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, and Torag. That'll be 150 gold.
Well, I'm not quite sure how that adds up between 7 people.
I'm going to start to approach as well.
Well, that's 25 GP apiece.
Well, yeah.
Well, I don't know. It wasn't mentioned that we are actually on the way to help the city. We've been contracted as a group of young travelers, and we all carry different traits that the city is quite in need of. We've been commissioned.
Interesting. I think I would have been notified about that. Listen, buddy, I've heard a lot of stories.
Everyone here is so well connected.
I've heard everything trying to get out of this
this
toll here.
Can I try something?
Oh, of course.
I'm gonna as I'm standing there, just kind of point a finger up, but nonchalantly. I'm gonna whisper in this man's mind with the goal of him not knowing it's me.
Okay.
It's gonna sound creepy like.
Roll me a sleight of hand check.
Let them pass. Or something scary like that.
Okay.
Fucking shit.
That one. I can see it from here.
Is that two nat ones in a row?
Yeah, with the same dice.
His eyes flick downward. His eyes flick downward towards your waist. He says, "Yeah, cheap tricks don't work around here.
Okay, enough jibber.
This valley's not
please.
haunted.
Oh,
Believe me,
God.
we've been here months."
Do I know that he's looking at him doing that, or can I
No.
pass him? Cheap
He's
tricks.
He's behind you.
Cheap tricks. I've only mentioned that we are. I've simply mentioned the truth, as I always have.
No, your buddy here is casting a message spell on me.
I glance over at Casper, give him kind of a nod of approval, but oh shit.
Hey, if you're not good for it, feel free to try to traverse these walls and see if you don't die.
Do I notice this guy can detect magic? He's well versed in magic and shit?
Roll me an insight check.
While he's doing that, I'm just going to say, well, to be honest, we were going to be paid after we've helped the city, and although you may not know, it is quite important work. As you know, the city's quite in ruins.
30-20.
30-20.
Maybe even we can get a better road through here.
Okay. You get the sense that he's not necessarily magically gifted or anything like that.
Okay, that's all I need to
He
know.
just he has sort of the gift of gab, and he is perceptive, and he just noticed that Casper was pointing at him. He heard something in his head, and he's seen enough that connected.
We don't have the gold, but I do have something for you. You might be interested in. I can tell you're a man of great knowledge. So please, and as I reach into my little leather pouch on my hip,
You can see as soon as you reach into your pouch, his arms tense up and his crossbow raises.
That's fine. I'm gonna cast minor illusion and pull out a handful of gems.
Okay.
So we'll discover the toll.
Bring those up here, and one of these. We scooch one of these characters forward.
Yeah, we'll go with the headless guy because he looks
He's going to scooch forward a little bit. I almost said bars.
Can I signal to Aaron too to keep close?
Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm gonna follow with actually on basically behind.
I almost
you.
want him on my fucking heels.
Yeah, I'll be right behind you.
Yeah, me and Gabriel can just be right next to each other.
I can't tell which is which.
I know.
Scared.
That's
I
unreal.
come with. Yeah.
Gabriel.
I'm like,
I
tugging
at
at
you.
you.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're like tugging on me.
Yeah, come with me. I'm fucking scared. I have 7 HP.
I instantly just draw my sword and just walk with it. Like I'm not holding it in an aggressive way. I'm almost holding it as a lazy way, like dragging it in the dirt behind me.
And as I'm walking up, do I get any idea if this guy's legit? Is there anything on his clothing represent that he's actually working with the city?
He looks like he's wearing pretty tattered clothing. He has no seal of anything on
He's
him.
He looks sketchy.
He's roll me an insight check.
There you go.
Those
are the question.
Had Anthony worded his question in a different way, I would have probably provided.
That's what yeah. Low rolls all around 7.
7. I'm not going to say he seems like a real straight up guy to you, but you don't really get the sense that he's trying to scam you with that. You come into this with a bit of skepticism. He takes the gold from you. Jewels. How many?
A handful of rubies and sapphires.
Rubies
And
and
they're
sapphires.
delivering. I'm using my fucking shit to really shine.
Okay.
Even making the sounds with prestidigitation.
He takes a look at them. He takes a look at them and kind of rustles them within his fingers a little bit. And he's like, "Yeah, they don't look super finely cut. They're definitely bright. Yeah, that's great.
His pocket
pockets him. That'll bring the payment down to 35 gold pieces.
You guys are always the same, and I flick you like a 50 piece. Oh, is that a thing?
No.
Just I got some royal shit.
Just tossing Jefferson at him.
Yeah, and I hit him with like not necessarily a coin, but like just like an ingot, like a small ingot that you know would be worth.
Is this another illusion?
No, I got them on me.
Okay.
Let's say I got 250 of these. Not
Okay.
like currency for peasants.
He takes a look at it, and you said it's kind of a small ingot.
Yeah, this is
like
what I have
like a
from,
small,
this is what I have from
like
home.
a silver bar. Or
Yeah,
something.
yeah, exactly. That's what
Okay.
I started with.
He takes a look at it. And he's like, I'm not too well versed in alloys or anything of that nature, but hey, Grub, come up here. And you see this sort of that's the wolf.
Not Grub.
Grub is the big dude.
Oh, Grub.
Grub. You see him come up and he takes a look at it. He pulls a sort of monocle out of his pocket, and he's sort of this very oafy looking half-orc male. He's got sort of hair that parts down the middle, but it kind of cuts off, not quite a bowl cut, but short hair on top, sort of shaved. You could tell he does it by himself with like a dagger. He's taking a look at this with a monocle in his mouth, kind of agape, just studying it for a moment.
Just for the record, I also started the campaign rich.
I think we all did.
We all did, yeah.
I'm swimming in coins. I just don't want them around.
Wow, I gotta up the price of this toll then.
I didn't even put gold on my character.
He's surveying it over for a solid little bit. He says, sorry, wrong voice. Says, think this will do the trick, and I think they pay their dues. And just as he's sort of mouthing this, the original person who started speaking with you, a shorter male human with cuts across his face, sort of a young graying hair that comes down past his shoulders, wearing sort of a chainmail. You can see it in his scabbard, a scimitar, and the other side a couple of daggers. You see him go to reach back into his pocket, and a minute has passed, and the gems are no longer there.
Does he notice they're gone?
Yeah, he's reaching for the gems. He takes a look at you all and says, "Yeah, that was a close one. You thought you could get me with another cheap trick. If you're not gonna pay up, then we might as well just take you here and
we're
gonna adopt you." And as soon as he says that, almost as like a cue, Grub reaches over with his axe and chops at the stone wall. As soon as he does, a rope flies up in the air, and rocks start falling down the sides of these valley walls. All of you go ahead and make me dexterity saving throws.
Did anybody see that, bro?
This is kind of a surprise. Is it a reaction, Misty Step, or what are you thinking? What are you?
I can just teleport.
Okay, is it just a class? Like
Part of the Shatter Kai is they can teleport twice. So they're longer.
Yes, I remember. Yes.
Okay.
You would have to teleport sort of past.
How high is the cliff that the rocks go to?
They're coming down 46 feet.
Okay.
So they're gaining some momentum as they're on their way down.
I guess I'll just go behind them and like over here.
Okay.
Talk about cheap tricks.
So you're back here facing them, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
You want to be closer?
As far away as I can get.
Okay.
How'd you get over there so fast, Casper?
Put you there. So that's as far as you can get with still
Casper does.
Professional bowler.
How far does your teleportation take you? Is there like a limit on it? It's probably 500 feet or something.
There's a limit, and I think it's a lot less than that.
Okay.
Let's see. Blessing of the Raven Queen is what it's called. 30 feet.
30 feet. You were further back, not dealing with negotiations.
Yeah.
You would have been closer to like probably the side of the rock here.
Okay. Does that get me out of the way of danger?
Yeah. Yeah, that would.
Roger.
Rage gives you advantage on saving throws.
Dex saving throws, whatever you get.
30-20.
18.
13.
18.
12. 13 and 12. Okay.
You're dead.
Yeah. You guys are both going to take 6 damage as these rocks are coming plummeting down. The rest of you guys save, and you're able to sort of spot the rocks coming. And
can I react to this? Can I react to him doing this?
Yes, you can react to this.
Can I run up to the entire pack in front of these people and use my breath weapon?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll initiative for when this is done, because you are now initiative.
So you're gonna see me run up, and I just basically take my greatsword back and bellow back and just let out this as this fire just burst out of me within a 15 cone foot range.
Let's do it. Oh, because you rolled
that one.
Me too. Before.
And you feel these fiery embers billowing up in your throat. You feel the heat, and all you can manage is and a plume of smoke comes out of your mouth. Your breath weapon is used until it's able to go back for a rest.
What is your breath?
Fire.
Fire.
This is a cone. This is like a cone.
Use 19 for initiative.
Not poison, it's fire, but it's like mine's like a.
That reminds me of
the mine has 30 feet. It's
I can write
15,
down
mine
this
has
30.
30.
I usually do.
And shoot. I always forget I have to roll initiative for NPCs because I get used to that at this point.
Yes. What is it? Just.
Okay.
Yeah.
25 to 20.
What's your modifier?
Anybody get 25 to 20? Nope.
Yeah, sorry, I did. I got 22. Not 20.
Dude.
Yeah, he's
his rolls are
cracked.
Your rolls are cracked right now.
It was like 2 on D&D Beyond and
19.
1 physical, and still
19 for you.
Well, it's plus
18.
18.
I rolled this.
Wait,
yeah.
do that.
Hell yeah.
20 to 15.
14.
It's
not in the range. That's all right.
My bad.
14.
Yeah, I got it. 15 to 10. 14.
No, I know you have ADHD.
Me too.
15 to 10, that's just you?
Yeah, 14.
Okay.
Really quickly after that boulder fall, did I move out of the way anywhere? Can I be closer?
No, you guys were just in place dodging. This was a surprise action that happened to you guys, so it didn't give you enough time to use your movement to get out. The only reason Chase is able to is because he used his feature to teleport.
Nice.
10 to 5.
7.
5 to 1. 5.
3.
3. Give me a little roll off between you guys just for funsies.
Bring it.
May the 4 be with you, bro.
You got 4?
I got 4.
18.
Alright, there you go. That's right.
That's good on the flavor that we did. My race.
Okay. First up in initiative order after the surprise action is going to be Oriel. No surprise with that natural 20.
Sir.
Oh, it's me right now?
Yep.
That's you.
Hey, last
action.
He laughed.
Yeah, as soon as these fucking rocks fall, I'm just gonna immediately snap into casting mage armor on myself just to get myself in 12.
Okay, is that a
15
reaction?
AC. No, it's a full fucking action.
Okay.
So, with the rest of this, I'm just gonna try and fucking roll out and get behind some of these guys, like human shield them.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not gonna try to get in a position where I'm not gonna
Sustain
get
damage.
any
Okay.
damage.
Yeah, fair enough.
So it's
It
behind
my
you, that's
turn.
okay.
Yeah, I remind you of
Perfect.
the one.
Did you move him back behind him?
Yeah, yeah. Is he okay?
It lasts
On the
all
screen.
day.
On the screen right there, okay.
Yeah, that's great.
Okay, perfect. Aaron, you're up next.
Beautiful. After I fail my breath weapon, I'm just gonna basically run up to this first. So this guy here, is there space in between any of these guys here at all?
Between these guys here,
Yes.
they're up on a boulder that's probably 10, 15 feet up.
Okay.
Off the ground.
I'm gonna go on this guy right here.
Okay.
And instantly just draw my sword and just fucking full downswing right on top of him.
Okay.
And that's horrible. 8.
Unfortunately, 8 is not going to hit. He sees your motion coming. It's such a great sword, and as it's flying down, he gets the sense of the movement and is able to kind of just step out of the way with enough time where he doesn't get hit. You do kind of cut some of his clothes off a little bit. Some of the tatters that sort of flow in the wind as he moves get shaved off.
Yeah.
Next up is going to be the
I'm
wolf.
clearly frustrated.
The wolf is going to run up and take a bite attack at
Gabriel. 17 to hit.
Misses.
All right. Yeah. And you have this feral-looking, fully rotten wolf that's coming at you, scrawny, ribs showing, biting at you. But they're more so equate to nips, and you don't take any sustaining any damage. As scary as it might be. Casper, you'll be up next.
Gasper, all right. That fella right in front of me, just a normal person up on a rock.
He is a goblin.
He's a little goblin.
That is just wielding a crossbow. He's got sort of like a little stocking hat, and we did not ask. He doesn't look like he's wearing any armor. It's just clothing.
All right.
These guys are all pretty easy to hit.
That stick that I've been carrying around with me, I'm gonna point it at that fella. And this green ooze is gonna start dripping out of it. Toxic and poisonous.
Mm.
And then a ray of sickness is gonna come flying right out and hit that fella right in his dome. For another nat 1.
What?
Don't give me that dice ever again.
What are the odds of that? This has been
That's 3 nat 1.
Excitingly
horrible.
For a 5 to hit.
We're rolling horrible.
That's
Wow.
insane.
Did you see that, dude?
Holy
Oh.
You just shoot far to the right off of him, and none of it makes contact.
Yeah.
Next up is going to
Just
be
a second. I'm gonna run away.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Before that, 30 feet towards me, away from the fellas, more back.
This way?
Where you at?
I need like a
10, 15,
stool. Is there a
20.
stool? I can sit a little higher.
Is that 30?
I think so, but
I get like a.
I'm off the hammer.
No,
But I'm there.
Yeah, I know.
That one.
How did you do this?
I know. I worked around it.
I'm just gonna move the chair and just stand.
Oh hell yeah, he's getting serious.
Daddy.
All right.
Here, maybe we'll angle the camera for you while you're standing. Somebody do this. Let me know.
Yeah, up. Hold up for a sec.
Oh fuck.
Oh, that looks good.
Little up more.
Sorry guys.
You're good.
That's as high as we're getting.
That's good.
Is that better?
Cool.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
All right.
I just want to get you.
Yeah. No.
That's it.
Yeah. Thanks for bearing with me.
No.
I need to be able to see this stuff.
Turn your
Yeah,
head
dude.
around, Daddy.
Of course.
Shade. There you
Gotta
go.
catch up.
Dude, fucking end it,
Let's
bro.
go.
You're killing it right now.
Grubs is going to
Grubbs is going to back up a ways here. And actually, when he chopped the rope, it was on the side of the canyon valley, not on the boulder in the middle of things. So he's going to push past, not taking an opportunity attack from Gabriel. And he's going to swipe with his hand axe down towards Guts.
Watch out, Guts!
I thought it was on the back.
The very, very back. Well,
Wasn't it? Okay.
Yeah, he
Oriole moved behind the party there. I think that's what happened. Luckily for you, it was only an 8.
Thank the Lord.
Next up is going to be actually the crossbow, where he's going to flip around and fire a single bolt towards Casper.
God damn it.
Only a 12 to hit.
16, that missed.
All right. Next up is Guts.
Sweet. I'm gonna, be pissed off, so I'm gonna rage.
Fuck yes. Can you say it more rageful?
I'm ready.
I'm gonna fucking rage, bro. Bangs are just gonna pop out of my forehead.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna sprint to the closest person near me and grab my greatsword.
Yeah,
off
that
my back.
would be the person that just came in right towards you. That's gonna be Grubbs. So he's right in your face.
Yep. Alright, then I'm just gonna fucking swing wild.
Swing at his ass.
With booming energy as well.
Ooh. Yeah.
Just gonna roll it on board.
Can you say that with a little bit more booming energy?
Booming energy, baby. That's a 15 to hit.
That's gonna hit. Yeah.
Sick. Alright.
Damn. How did it?
7 damage.
7 damage.
Now, if they move,
I'm at
they
the
will
damage,
take
not the
1d8 thunder damage.
Okay. And that's it when they move on their turn. So they're not paralyzed or anything. It's just when they decide to move.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Yeah,
Nice
and you
one,
cut
Guts.
deeply across his chest and torso. Blood's covering your blade and beginning to drip down his stomach into his loincloths. Next up is going to be this guy back here. He's actually going to bounce out a couple feet and prepare an action to dodge. After that's going to be Gabriel.
So this guy that's right on me, he's kind of still snipping at me, and I'm dodging, and he snaps right by my head, and I kind of take a step back and draw my back foot. And as he's doing that, I take a big swing with my great sword and kind of spin along with it.
Yeah. You got this. Hit a home run on his ass.
Come on. 17.
That, yeah, more than hits.
The next one, I'm rolling on.
Yeah, we're on that.
10 damage.
Let's go.
10 damage.
Big boy damage.
And as you do, you cleave this wolf's head off and it's tumbling across the floor of the valley. And its barking snaps as it's jumping up at you. You take your step and swing, and it goes, and blood sprays, and his head goes tumbling. He drops lifeless to the floor.
Damn.
Yes.
Good pup.
Good pup, indeed. Sap, you'll be next. We can just
All right.
move him off to the side for now.
I
Hold on, his head falls off, and his body's still kind of standing there, and I kind of give it a shoulder check, and his body falls too.
Cool.
I like that.
That's dope.
I like that a lot.
Real.
I'm going to reach down into my to my boot and pull
Into your
out
boot?
my boot. Just kidding. It's where I keep all my stuff, bro.
Where his boomerang is.
No, I reach down into my boot and I pull out a small box of different pieces of wood that I've found over time, and I take
your body.
Yeah, you're disgusting. I just I take 2 of them, and using magical tinkering, I tie them together a little bit with a small piece of thread, and I kind of make it so that they just click together.
Your action is 6 seconds. This sounds like it's a lengthy procedure.
Magical tinkering is 1 action, dude. So I'm just trying to give it some flavor.
Okay, I'm just sure.
Yeah. But anyways, I imbue it with the noise that can be heard within 10 feet,
and I just want it to sound like large footsteps.
Cool.
And after I've done that, I'm just walking this way, and you just hear boom, 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 boom. And I yell out, "Oh, that must be Torok, our troll friend. Very good. I'm right on time."
Okay. I'm going to wait until it comes back around to one of their turns of initiative, and then I'll have you roll an intimidation check. So hold me to that.
Oh, cool. Very good.
Oriel, up to you.
I'm gonna target this humanoid guy with the scars on his face.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna use Mind Silver and try and drive a disorienting spike of psychic energy into the mind of this target. He needs to succeed an intelligence saving throw or take 1d6 psychic damage.
What's your spell save DC?
Spell save DC 12. Yep. Intelligence 12.
You rolled a nat 14 without modifiers.
Nat 14. Okay.
Was it an intelligence save?
Intelligence.
Yes.
Still nat 14.
Still a 12. It has -2.
Heard that.
Yeah, still
that
nat
passes.
Yes, so that's
Says,
High charisma, low intelligence.
no, it doesn't.
straight luck.
Good try.
Yeah, that's gonna do it.
And no half damage or anything?
No half.
Do you want to use any of your movement?
I'll use my movement to kind of butt up it behind Gabriel.
Okay. So,
Like the strongest.
you're, like I said, this distance is a little wonky because of how short this player she has to be. You're not actually close enough to take an opportunity attack. And you want to get behind Gabriel?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Well, technically, if he went around, he would get that opportunity attack. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Roll attack. Good point. Aaron.
Fucking dog.
Beautiful. Like you see this frustration, and I'm just like, just fucking, you fucking cunt, and just back as I miss, just right back up / right into this thing right in front of me.
Okay.
And I'm rolling on fucking.
He's from Australia, by the way.
9.
9. Yeah, that misses, buddy.
Yeah. What?
He's the only one there that's got any kind of armor. He's wearing weak chainmail and just got a little bit more decent.
I know he's
than the
fucking
rest.
annoying me too. Yeah.
Any,
No, that's
any bonus actions?
Fuck no! I don't have any bonus actions from level 1. That's it.
Really quickly, I just wanted to mention that my
God damn it!
my salve, it lasts indefinitely, so it's just continually pounding. Boom, boom, boom.
Okay.
Thanks.
Yeah. It would have been the wolf's turn. He wouldn't have had a chance to make an intelligence check to see if that was a thing because he's a wolf. And secondly, he's now dead. Casper, you're up next.
Casper is going to. My stick is going to point at that fellow that shot at me, and that skeleton hand that comes out of it here and there is going to shoot out one line at a time and try to grab him by the face and squeeze real tight. Let's see. Chill and touch. It's not a touch and it's not chill. I don't know why it's called that. 10.
10. It's gonna hit him.
Oh! No more than that one.
Crossbow goblin or whatever.
Yeah.
No.
4 damage.
4 damage. You see him get his entire face enveloped by this skeletal hand, and he's kind of as it's reaching over his face. Get it off of me! Get it off! And he's screaming for his life, taking damage from it. Is it necrotic?
It sure is.
Yeah. And so this black smoke starts to envelop from his face, leaving like a white hand of Saruman, but black across his face.
And then I don't think he can, but he can't regain hit points until the end of my turn.
Yeah, no, he doesn't have that ability, but good to know for future reference.
That image was so funny too.
Next up is going to be
it's like the Alien movies.
Our boy Grub. He is going to hear these troll footsteps coming inbound. Does it have to be within 10 feet of you?
10 feet.
Well, you did move past.
Yeah, you did walk right.
You
past
did
him.
move past, so I will have you make an intimidation check, please.
Very cool.
And do it at advantage, being that you're using magic to sort of help you with this display. Naturally, you know.
Well, that's a 7.
Did you roll twice?
Yes.
You get a 7 on both of them?
Yeah, no, I got a 1 on the first
What the fuck?
Just to clarify,
So bad.
do we do clerical
Cursed.
misses on
cursed.
critical misses on skill checks too?
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. So if you make a skill check,
Critical fails.
even if later in the game you have like a plus 13 to a skill and you get roll 1.
Yeah. Okay.
He's gonna kill us on challenge rating.
He hears it, but then he hears the noise moving with you, and he's not a real smart guy, but he's able to put 2 and 2 together and realize that the noise is coming from this thing. He's going to take that opportunity to sort of holding his stomach and staring guts down in the eyes. And he's just going to give a loud "Ah!" as he comes down from the top with his hatchet, trying to clean your head in half.
That's not nice.
He rolled a 2 plus 2.
I will block that shit with my gauntlet that I have.
Yeah. So hand above,
Yeah.
and he's just coming down in a rageful manner. It clinks off to the side as he's trying to strike you.
Fuck yeah, dude. You're pretty strong, Guts.
Next
Oh,
up
wow.
is going to be Crossbow Guy, who's still kind of screaming and freaking out about this hand that's on his face. Does it stay on his face? Is it like a concentration spell?
Let's see. That's a good question. It is not a concentration.
Okay, so it kind of fizzles out and
Yeah,
leaves
it
that
does.
black hand mark on his face.
Yep.
He is going to turn around, does not want to deal with you anymore.
Wait, it
and
says.
try-
Hold on. Sorry. On a hit, it takes 1d8 necrotic damage, can regain. It says until then, the hand clings to the target.
Oh,
Until the end of my
yeah,
turn. Yeah. So
even
it's-
better.
so it's
He's going to be
actually-
making his shots at disadvantage. He's actually, with it still on his face, freaking out, going to try to shoot at you at disadvantage.
Until the end of your turn.
Yeah. It says if they're undead, it has disadvantage, but I guess if you want to do that,
It's
to
just
do it-
covering his face and he's
Yeah.
freaking out. I don't think there's a way that he'd be making a sound decision. 3. Not
Three.
gonna hit.
misses.
Um,
I'm gonna.
he's going to take that opportunity to sort of scramble down from the rock and try to hide. And then he sees a group of people over here, so he's just kind of hunkering down by the rock. Yeah. He's just a wee gnome who's got a scary hand on his face. How can you blame the guy? Next up is Guts.
I'll just attack the guy who attacked me.
Okay.
I'll try and put his arm off.
Yes. Roll to hit.
Oh, please. Natural 20.
No, finally, bro.
That's
Holy
what the
shit.
fuck I'm talking about.
we needed that. We fucking needed that. God damn.
He has 1 HP.
Let me roll for damage.
Just roll for damage, whatever it is. He's getting
It's 4
fucking
dice.
So just
He dies.
So
give me
your
your
dice.
flavor.
So I'm just gonna deflect his axe off my arm. I'm gonna grab my sword again, and I'm gonna try and cut some portion of his arm off. Just gonna half him.
Yeah.
Just fucking the dead weight, just fucking, and then it's gonna sink to the
So you're
ground.
coming for like a shoulder cleave.
Yeah, but just fucking.
And you come in more at an angle, almost doubling up perfectly against the previous strike. You cleave his body in half, and almost like Samurai Jack, his top half slides.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
God damn. Next up is this guy in the back here. Having not taken any damage, he is going to yell out to the main sort of speaker. He says, "This isn't going well. This is going poorly. What do we do?" And he is going to run in towards battle, and he is totally focused on you in front of him. He is in the heat of battle. Words are going in one ear and out the other. He is locked in this stage. Not knowing what to do, this small human is going to just take a couple of daggers out of his things and just try to throw them into you to try to get the distraction off of his mind. So he's got 2 to hit. One is a 14, one is a 17.
One hits, 17.
17?
Mm-hmm.
1 damage. It's a glancing blow. He sort of nicks you sort of in the ear as it flies past. Enough to take your attention, but not enough to take the main speaker's attention off.
Did it take his ear?
No, just slightly. Not quite a full Van Gogh. Buddy Gabriel.
Be on your left side. So.
You're right.
How far is this guy?
He is probably about 20 feet from you.
How far is this guy?
Maybe slightly further, 25, but pretty similar.
So I'm gonna ignore this guy that's freaking out over here. I'm gonna kind of pivot around and I'm gonna firmly plant both my feet into the ground and kind of dig into the ground.
Okay.
I'm gonna cock my head back and open my mouth, and you can just see a glow start to come out. And I'm keeping my head back the whole time. It's glowing, glowing, glowing. And then I lurch forward with my mouth open and blast a line of fire right at this guy.
Okay.
Good.
Is it a roll to hit?
It's a Dex 12 save.
Dex 12.
What is it?
With the
It's my
witness
breath
of the
weapon.
caster himself.
We have different ones.
Nat 20.
Fuck.
It's still half damage.
He's sort of cowering in fear. Your aim is just
Critical pass,
slightly off.
Is it? So no damage?
No, he'll still take the half damage.
Okay. You can do whatever you want, yeah. Critical
He'll still
pass.
take the half damage.
You can do whatever you want there.
8, so 4.
Yeah, he's sort of in a state right now where he is not in any kind of capacity or mental mind state to try to save himself from this. He's cowering behind a rock, freaking out with a skeletal hand stuck in his face. How much damage?
4.
4. How do you want to do that?
So I, like I said, it's a straight line, and I want it to stay small the whole time. And as soon as it hits him, you kind of see it hit him, and there's a glow, and then all of a sudden it starts to spread slowly, and it's starting to slowly get bigger, and then all of a sudden it just explodes huge. And you just see chunks of this dude fucking flying, his arms over here, his legs over there, and his head with the handprint on rolls over to us.
Yeah, and the heat of the flames as it impacts and makes this explosion instantaneously cauterizes all this meat, and it's just this chunked cooked meat flying everywhere, scattering across the floor.
Meat's back on the menu, boys!
So he is now out of here.
We left.
Next up is Sap.
Yeah. So, do I have a clear line of fire past these guys, or?
Yeah, this setup being so small because we've got the table how it is. There's probably a good 5 to 10 feet in between these guys. I considered this 20, about half of that.
Yeah. I throw my boomerang at the one in front of Aaron Cross.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
I just go, well, you guys are doing great. And I just take out my boomerang. I guess I'll give this one a try. I throw it.
He yells,
Disc golf, you fucking curved the ball around Aaron's head.
It's a good height.
It's like a wooden link.
Sorry for.
That's a good old Anaheimer, dude.
Anaheim, dude. That's a beautiful Oppenheimer.
12 just hits.
Oh, very good. That's 1d4 plus.
Last guy, right?
There's 2 left.
Well,
oh, that's 6 damage.
Yeah, Grub is dead.
6 damage? 6 damage.
6 damage. And this boomerang arcs in between Aaron and Gabriel and just clunks this guy right in the side of the face, just like knockout spot on the jaw. And it snaps him out of this sort of heat of the battle mindset that he's in. And he looks around and surveys the entire area. And both of them look at each other. You get the sense they're feeling outnumbered and ready to fucking bamf out of here.
With that being said, Oriole is next with Aaron on deck.
Could I move after my toss, though? I just want to move right over here on top of the boulder.
Yeah.
Possible.
How far is your movement?
It's 30 feet.
30 feet. Yeah, about 15 feet out. Yeah, Oriole with Aaron.
Are they running?
It's their turn in combat yet, so they're not quite able to. But you get the sense that they're looking ready to fucking go.
Can I?
Boom.
Can I try to like strike fear into these at least one of these guys that are staying there kind of shitless, like create a sound like or like an uneasy feeling.
What kind of spell are you looking at?
Prestidigitation.
Yeah. You
Like
could
an
even
eerie noise, or
you
like
could
something.
even something I think would kind of play along with the stomping noise would be like a 4-active voice coming in the distance.
Totally, like the grumbling troll stomping, like adding to these.
Yeah, so coming from behind you guys, you hear a
I'm
gonna come in and bash some heads.
Yeah.
And it just echoes throughout this cabin.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, I think that's gonna be good. I'm just gonna really focus on that and keep that going.
Yeah. Cool.
Try and make it sound like it's getting closer, but slow enough to where they have time to like kind of make this decision.
Okay. Anything else from you?
Nah, that's gonna do it.
Aaron, this guy has the fear of God written all across his face. Beyond that,
Which God?
he is slightly injured, and you can already notice bruising coming across his chin. He doesn't look like he's necessarily on his last life, but knowing the amount of damage you can do, feel free to either attack or make a dialogue, whatever you like.
Oh, I want to walk up and grab him by the fucking neck.
Okay.
Sir.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't even want to attack him. I
Just
want to drop my
as a
sword.
grappling action?
Yeah, I'm pissed at this point. I drop my sword in the ground, basically just throw it down next to me and fucking stomp right over to this guy and try and grab him by his neck.
Hey, that's enough. You guys just be right on your way. We'll clean up here. I promise no one will ever hear of this.
You don't work for Brimhaven, do you?
Brimhaven?
Sorry, Cragwillow. You don't work
Yes.
for Cragwillow.
Sorry, I've never heard of a Brimhaven.
Sorry.
You really don't. You don't need to do this. We're just, we're down on our luck, and we're anything we can do to.
One. Do you work for Cragwillow?
No, we're just.
And I'm gonna grab him as soon as he says no by his jaw, and I'm gonna try and just twist his fucking head backwards.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a strength.
Oh my god. Jesus fucking Christ. 4!
Is that another?
It's 2!
I thought it was another nat 1, dude. You grab him by the neck even harder, and you kind of twist, and he's sort of.
Am I at advantage for having him in a fucking chokehold at least?
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay, Jesus fucking Christ.
Come on, baby.
No.
As long as you quit yelling, you can have advantage. Sorry.
Yeah, don't yell at me, advantage.
Jesus Christ, about fucking time. 15.
15. You crank his neck back, and with you just see his entire cerebral cortex, whatever is connected in the back of your neck, your spine to your skull, snaps with volume that is heard for all of you guys.
Wow.
And you're just holding his dead weight up at this point, and just let him drop to the floor.
Yes. Yeah. So before I even let him drop to the floor, I just grab the body and just throw it right next to his fucking friend, right next to him.
Yeah. Just
and I look his friend right in the eyes and I say, "You better get far fucking away from here."
But ask him for the tolls. Ask him for all the tolls they've collected.
Grubbs and the guy he just killed were the ones that had him this
Previous tolls. Have they been there? Do they have a stash?
Hold on.
Sorry. There. Hold your horses, bucko.
Hey, fuckwit. You know what? Do me a favor. Why don't you strip down your fucking clothes, drop your gear, fuck off.
You let me go? You let me go?
For now.
See his dick.
I'll get as far away. I'll get as far, and he immediately starts taking his ragged clothes.
and as he's kind of like doing that as well, are we in initiative still?
No, at this point.
Okay, so can I like grab a javelin out of my
Hello,
pouch?
fella. Calm down.
Like I'm straight up pissed at this
The
point.
violence is over.
I've sat here and swiped at these fucking people.
Oh, fella.
I'm
Let's just talk
sick
this out.
and fucking
Calm
tired.
down.
Is this guy running away naked?
I'm literally as
Casper's
Casper's just
roll
trying
me
to
a
talk to me.
persuasion check.
Yeah.
Is he running away naked right now?
No, he's staring down.
Aaron, just take a deep breath, buddy. We'll figure this out.
The rolls tonight have
That
been
man is gonna die.
Abysmal.
They-
Good word for
persuasion.
it.
They have been
Persuasion.
astronomically
3.
bad. A 3?
Yeah.
Is that a nat 1?
It was a 4 minus 1.
Nice. If you must know.
I
must.
Take with this what you will. You guys have sort of become comrades in a sense.
You see me start to pull this javelin out of my pouch,
Aaron, look me in the eyes.
and I'm listening to Casper. Casper's talking to me in the background,
Hey, fella.
and I'm just winding
Let's
up.
think this through. You don't want this on your conscience.
And I fucking release.
It's an unnecessary.
I just completely throw
He's still talking.
right at the guy who's running away.
It's an unnecessary death.
He was jumping down in front of you.
You're gonna have to
Come on,
sleep with
little
this
fella.
one tonight. Does he even need to roll?
Yeah.
The guy's dead.
One.
God damn it, Aaron.
You deserve that one.
Jesus Christ!
You worked hard for that.
He needed it.
I rolled 3 nat 1s today, Aaron. Calm down.
Releases out of your hands at nearly Mach speed, and it flies. He's gotten a good
I'm gonna teleport
20 to 30 distance out of your range, and with not even a bit of drop because of gravity, just splinters through his chest and out the other side. And he's like mid-running, falls from this face first into the limestone floor.
After this fella dies, I'm gonna teleport right next to Aaron. I'm gonna look at him. Aaron, we can't be the heroes if we act like the villains.
These were the scum fucking the
And
city.
I'm breathing like
Relax.
super hard, just
I'm just gonna put my hand on his shoulder.
fucking pissed, dude.
Take a breath, son.
Casper, do you understand what these fucking people even were?
Everybody deserves a second chance, Aaron. And some of us are put in circumstances that are above our control. And the hungry, Aaron, the hungry are the ones that do the worst things.
Can I, Casper?
These people could have been saved.
Do you think that my family deserved a second chance?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Do you
that
think
they
my
did.
town deserved a second fucking chance?
Aaron, these people didn't hurt your family.
That's not the point I'm getting at. These people have
It wasn't
probably
them,
hurt
Aaron.
countless others.
It wasn't
Countless other
them.
families. Them? They don't even work for Brimhaven.
We're all trying to survive.
Cragwillow. They don't even work for Why am I saying Brimhaven? They don't even work
That
for
sounds familiar.
Yeah, it does sound familiar.
They don't even work for Cragwillow. These fucking people were standing in the middle of the road taking tolls. We handed them jewels and they asked for more. I am fucking tired of people who ask for more.
Aaron.
I just hope you see the light.
You think your family will want to see you throw a javelin at someone?
Right through their skull and out the other end, Aaron. You think they would have liked that?
I think my family would have stand right by my side.
What about your father?
It's alright, son.
I don't know him anymore.
We'll do better tomorrow.
I thought it was nice, Aaron.
Thank you, Ori.
There we go.
Ori always knows how to
There
break
we go.
attention.
At this point, I
I don't know how I
the,
made you
feel safe. I missed an entire fucking time.
Sam was about to say something here.
I take my little, wooden contraption and using my action or whatever, I'll just turn it off. I'll just close the two pieces of wood together and make it stop. And I turn to you and I just say, what sacrifices do you think they made? And do you think this was the death they deserved for those?
You know what, boys? I think you're right. And I think I might have gotten a little bit carried away with myself.
I'll walk over and rip the javelin from this dead man's skull.
Yeah. And I'm gonna walk back over.
Hand it to Aaron.
I'm gonna pick up my greatsword off the ground, and I'm gonna kind of like sit down with the party for a second.
I'm looting, bro. Yeah,
I was-
I'm looting as well.
I was about to say that too.
Have you guys no shame?
Can I
My gold back.
Can I
God damn
address
it.
the party even though they're doing their own thing? Can I address the party?
Of course.
I don't think we're too good.
God,
Yeah,
so
you're
you're
all
out my
within-
gold piece, man, because you find it on the grub.
Your ingot.
You find it?
You find on Grub the little silver ingot that
I'll throw it back to him.
anybody who's searching the main speaker, we're going to really pronounce his name, you find nothing because the bag of rubies was illusionary. You do notice a small crack in the wall that has some dim light emitting from it, sort of back behind where they had originally approached you.
Who notices it?
It's just noticeable from where you're standing. You all notice it.
Let's let Aaron address this, and then I'm gonna walk over.
Nobody wants to do anything else?
I don't think we found much.
Yeah, interrupt our looting.
Yeah.
While we're kind of looking around.
You guys have seen a side of me that only the people closest to me have seen. Not even my family knows. I need you to understand one thing. When I was born, it wasn't a city of hatred and intolerance. It was a booming city. We thrived together. We fought for what was right. And we were lawful in every way possible. You may look at me as some sort of beast, a dragon. Let me show you. I'm just as human as the rest of you. In the city where I was born, Bloodstone. It's beautiful. When I was raised there, I had a father. He was a crusader. He fought as a knight. He was one of the most powerful in our land. He died when I was 7 years old. My mother, Sharon, she succumbed to her loss, and unfortunately she fell into an addiction. She took her own life shortly after. I had two other brothers, or sorry, I had a brother and a sister. Ron and Esmeralda. They were a little bit younger than me, but we were all left as orphans. We were brought to my uncle Tyron. He was another dragonborn who studied in the art of a paladin. And he trained us in his ways, hoping one day we could maybe fight by his side. When I was 18 years old, I led the entire Crusader army in a 7-month siege, where we ripped, sieged, and pillaged everything that tried to attack us within a 60-minute radius. It didn't fucking matter. It wasn't about justice, it was about protecting what was ours. We have honor, liberty. In that war, my uncle Tyron died fighting a mighty ancient dragon. Essentially, he was about to destroy our city of Bloodstone, and he was able to man the one city's ballista and shoot it directly through its heart. This dragon ended up to fly down towards and swoop, landing directly on top of Tyron and smashing him to a pulp. As time passed on, I learned to lead wars. I was a captain. But many people who looked towards my direction until one day. One day everything fucking changed. You guys remember when we were in Pagacia?
Yeah.
You remember the sin of wrath?
I remember speaking of it.
When I was standing outside, it was like a normal fucking day. The entire city was just like every other. And within an instant, these storm clouds, they seemed to just envelope the entire city one by one. So you can hear these ghastly fucking screams in the air. I mean, they filled the night with terror. So you can see thousands or hundreds of thousands of these almost ghastly fiends just charging directly towards us. The only thing I could think about doing was running back inside to save the ones that I loved. And within that doing, I burst the doors and I grabbed weapons. And the first screams and cries I heard were from my own brother and sister. They were ripped apart, limb by limb, decapitated right in front of me. My family, which I haven't actually mentioned yet. I had 2 children, as well as a wife. They were dragged out into the living quarters as these fiends and abominations. They held me down to the ground, right in front of them. And they dishonored me in a way that I could never imagine. They slit my throat. They held me by my fucking horns and let me bleed out right in front of my family. The last thing that I remember before I died and entered Pagacia, I remember my wife, and I remember my children all being dragged out of the fucking house, crying, screaming for me. And I couldn't even be there to stop it. I died alone. I'm gonna stop there. Stop with you guys.
Sap has a very sugary maple tea coming out of his eye.
Goosebumps.
Yeah, that's really
I have goosebumps.
There's straight up tears flowing out of my face as I'm telling you the story as well.
Yeah.
I'm straight up just almost on a knee at this point, telling you. Can't even make eye contact.
Couldn't bottle it up anymore.
I step forward. Aaron, I understand. More than you could ever know. I also died in the Battle of Bloodstone. It's something I wouldn't wish upon my worst enemies. I'm sorry you had to experience that.
I think I remember asking you. You died in Bloodstone. How did you die?
Well, the clan that I was a part of had foreseen the Battle of Bloodstone years past. I was raised to fight in this battle, honed my skills in the shadows. Didn't know my family, knew nothing of my family. When the day came for the Battle of Bloodstone, I used my skills to stay hidden and help those that needed it. Hordes upon hordes of demons. I killed as many as I could. Then I heard big bellowing steps, and there was a big horned demon. I had already taken lots of damage. I knew that I could potentially die this night. But I had a duty. I had to step forward. I grabbed my greatsword, sprinted towards this demon. Loud clashes from my blade and his horns. He was injured as well. I could tell that I was succumbing to my wounds. I didn't have much time left. I knew that I didn't have time to protect everyone around me. I had to make one final save and do anything I could. I reached my greatsword into the sky, said a prayer, and the last thing I remember was jamming my greatsword into the ground in a big white flash of light. And then I woke up in purgation.
Did you stop that demon?
I believe so, but there's no way to truly tell.
And I'm going to walk up to him and I'm going to embrace him in a full hug. Just a tight embrace.
Now we're both crying.
That role play was worthy of a D6 inspiration from both of you guys.
Yes.
To be used whenever you would like.
I've actually been to Blackstone myself.
Well, Aaron, just remember, from now on, we don't kill people who are ready to surrender.
And I can agree with you, Casper, and I'm sorry.
We forgive you. I'm sorry for your loss.
I'm sure we've all experienced loss.
We are a bunch of sad boys, aren't we? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just bawling.
I think we need to take some time and maybe learn a bit about each other.
Well, I think that's a good idea, but for now, we should check out the light that's peeking through that stone there. Maybe grab some provisions for the rest of our trip. Maybe we can have a talk tonight.
Another time.
And I wipe the tears from my face, and I'm trying not to show my emotion. And I
steal yourself.
Yes, and I step towards this wall. I have no idea what's going to happen, but I just give it the biggest door-breaking kick I can possibly do to see if anything happens. Just like when police are trying to break through a door, they give that big front Spartan kick.
Yeah.
I'm trying to give one of those.
Yeah. You kick into the stone wall,
and you feel that vibration in your ankle and your feet that you get like when you jump off of the swings too high and you're not ready for it.
Yep.
And
Feel it now.
and if anything, it just serves as a reminder that that acting out in rage like this can cause discomfort. The crack in the wall is big enough for some of the smaller members of the party, the Dragonborns, excluded from this. You guys here.
Earlier you said
towering in plate armor.
There's just enough room for 2 people to walk through this alley. It's like there's no way Aaron and I are going to be able to walk through this.
Our shoulders are going to be
yeah, shoulder to shoulder. Definitely not you guys. You guys were single file. So, Guts, Sap, Casper, Oriole, any of you guys that want to go in and check out this little cavern?
I'll check it out. I'll follow behind Guts.
As I walk in, I just place a hand on Aaron's shoulder and just say, "You died in such a horrible way. Let's make this life much better." And I walk in and I give a nod to Aaron as well and say, "I'm sorry for your losses." Part 2, Gabriel.
Yeah, I got you. So as you guys go in, you find this small hovel inside of this Cragwillow cave. It widens up and into enough room for the party that you killed to take up camp here and sort of have this as their space. You find some sort of very rudimentary wooden tables. Atop the tables, you do find a few sort of half-eaten like rations. Enough. You eat them all of them?
Oh, he won.
And I vomit.
It's enough to last you guys for a couple of days.
No, I'll take a ration.
Beside that, you find again a very rudimentary, haphazardly put together small wooden chest with no lock on it. And when you open it, you find a secret potion of healing.
Can I be the one who opens that?
Is there any? Can I do a look around for any secret stashes of where they're keeping the gold that they've been collecting?
Yeah.
We reacted.
Make me investigate.
You're busy eating.
Yeah, you're eating over there.
Little fella.
3 days rations.
Can I tell exactly what he's looking for and try to surface?
Finally, a good roll, dude. 30-21. Not a natural 21, but a dirty.
That's still good, man.
21.
Dude, natural 21 would be gnarly.
Yeah, dude. No,
And as you hear God say gnarly from this guy's
The
light turns on.
Yeah, you take a look around. The inside of this cavern is made of similar limestone that you guys have been traversing through for the past 3 to 4 hours. You find sort of a small stone that looks out of place, maybe football-sized or greater. You scooch it out of the way, and inside you find a small pocket in this stonework, naturally made. It doesn't look carved. And inside of there is a pouch of gold. You jostle it in your hands for a second, and you hear the clinging of gold. And if you were to open it up and count it, you would find...
Oh, I'll do that.
You would find 110 gold pieces.
110.
Could have paid the toll.
The troll toll. The boy is old.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to react.
It's an Always Sunny reference.
Oh,
never
gotcha.
mind.
that went right over there.
Yeah. Shit episode.
Besides that, you do find another small pouch of gems. A couple of emeralds, 1 diamond, and 1 sapphire. The total worth of this bag of gems would be 350. 350.
What we gotta sell?
great use for bartering too.
Hey, Mr. Blackthorn. We got some gems here that I found in a pouch. Are you familiar?
Let me look.
Take a gander. Tell me how much this is worth.
What do I see?
It's 350 worth of gold.
This looks like emeralds.
Beautiful.
Nice cat.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'm going to keep these emeralds for now. I'm going to divvy up this gold. When we get to the nearest town, maybe we'll sell them to a merchant and we'll divvy that up as well. Does that sound good?
Sounds good to me.
Beautiful.
If you wear one around your neck, you look good in some jewelry.
This diamond does look a little sparkly.
It looks nice on your pale skin.
I kind of like it. Everybody's going to get...
Can I make the diamond glimmer a little bit with prestidigitation?
Yeah.
Really make it pop. Make them buy it a little harder.
Everybody gets 18 gold.
Thank you, Casper.
You're welcome. I'm an honest man.
If anybody's fallen ill, I'd be sure to give this potion to them.
I get to keep it in?
This one's on me.
Beyond this,
Second I like it.
searching throughout the cave, you guys find 3 unused unlit torches. You find some spare bedrolls. I think you all have that in your kits, and some, so just some sort of commoner clothes. They look torn up and sort of ragged, similar to what they're wearing. Sort of maybe a change of clothes that can be used in whatever circumstance. Yeah.
May I look at the entrance and see if there's any way to make it larger for the Dragonborns to come in here in case we want to rest here later?
Rope boys.
What are you thinking, like, as far as like what you would do to be able to get in?
I have firebolt, but other than that, I'm sure any of these guys could probably. I have a hammer as well, but
it would take hours and hours and hours of hammering this crevice. To give you an idea, the entrance of this, you sort of had to crawl through for a few feet before it opens.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave the cave.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have those rations though. I'm gonna give one to him.
Okay. Yeah. So just divvying it all up pretty much. Okay. Everybody can add an extra couple rations. I'm not the type of DM who's going to be like, oh, you didn't eat. By the way, you're starving and you take damage. But it's just something I think for as like a realism thing, like just making sure it's in the game.
Yeah.
I'm trying to eat. What?
Yeah.
Yeah. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Does Zap come out too?
Yeah, I'm coming out and I'm sitting back on the boulder and just putting everything back where it's supposed to be. My short sword is on my side, my boomerang's on the back, my crossbow slinged over my shoulder. And I have this potion.
I couldn't help but think in that last battle that it'd be pretty badass if you could attach some blades to your bow.
Wow. I don't know if I can get the trajectory right, the aerodynamics, but that's a great idea. I'm gonna have to look into that.
We have to wait out. And stuff,
Yeah.
but I think
I do have a small knife you can.
I think that'd
Thank
be
you.
pretty badass.
Yeah.
I'll throw in the knife.
I'll just kind of catch
And you do remember
it
on the bodies of the
start
people
laying
outside, all their weapons and stuff. So there was a crossbow, a couple
Disgusting.
daggers, an axe, a scimitar, and a scabbard.
I'm sure I could break the blade
I'll
off
pick
a
up
couple
an
of these daggers and
Little hand axe.
Yeah.
to figure out the weights.
Very cool.
If you want, of course. I couldn't help but think about how badass it would be if that boomerang sliced the people up.
You know, I don't really consider myself much of a violent man, but in case we ever need it, I think it'd be good to, see if that would work. So
Now's the time, Seth. We have to save the world.
does anybody see a dagger on any of these bodies? And I'll walk up to.
I just threw you.
Yes, thank you for that one.
We'll find another one. And I kick
There was-
over one of
there
the
was-
bodies.
There was 2 daggers. There
On one
was
dude.
one across the floor and one still on his belt, and then a knife. So that would be 3 small blades that you could utilize for something.
I kick over the dude with the blade and I pull it off and huck it to Seth.
Catch it by the hand.
The other half of his
I'm just
body.
weighing these out.
yeah.
I'm just weighing these knives, and thank you guys. That's
Casper's
good.
going to do a little research, scope out these bodies, just
I was like, what books are you planning on reading?
just like dig into their anatomy a little bit.
Oh, dig.
Slice one open.
Oh no.
What
you looking for, dog?
Of the few that were still in one piece, you find a small human, like a shorter human male, maybe 5'4", who has a piercing wound that goes straight through the center of their chest, and another smaller gnome who had its chest blown open, cauterized wounds everywhere. What about their anatomy are you looking into?
Just like, I'm a wizard who deals in death, so just want to get familiar. I've never encountered a gnome before, so maybe I'll just take a peek around and see the difference between a cut open wound and a soldered wound, and just how they affect the dead bodies. Maybe I could roll like an investigation or something.
I think that would be wonderful.
Guts crawls inside of it like a tauntaun.
Oh, yeah. Come in here.
We're not sleeping yet, Guts.
Just a 7.
Just an intro to bodies.
You do deal in death, and having lived in the Shadowfell for some time, you're not used to these figures and these forms.
Yeah.
The gnome being obviously much smaller in stature, a big portion of its chest blown out, vital organs singed, and you notice that because of that, no bleeding has occurred.
Okay. That's fascinating to me. I'll write that down.
Whereas the smaller human, piercing wound straight through a vital organ in the middle of the chest. Lots of blood, pooling everywhere. In terms of what you may be looking for, suitable.
What?
In terms of what you may be looking for, suitable.
But yeah, that's what I was looking for.
Yeah.
Hey, Casper, do they bleed in the same manner that you do in the Shadow Realm?
Yeah, I bleed just the same. Shadowfell?
The Shadowfell.
Yeah.
Oh. Very interesting.
Yeah, I've actually never encountered one of these little fellas before, but
I've never been to the Shadowfell.
Shadowfell?
Yes.
Shadowfell?
A little different. Not many people have. I wouldn't recommend it. I mostly just encounter souls there. Once living creatures that are lost, haven't found a place to rest. Yeah.
Sounds like Purgatia almost.
Almost like that, but a little bit different. These people have made pacts with the Raven Queen. So when they die, they visit her in her castle.
Do I know of the Raven Queen as a researcher?
Is that your
background?
Your background?
Mm-hmm.
Roll me a history.
Okay. Alright, let's see. That is a 15.
15? You've heard about the Raven Queen. She's pretty well known to people in the material plane as the goddess who oversees the transition to death.
But don't get it wrong, I'm not a big fan of the Raven Queen. Kind of on my way out of that cult, on the bigger, brighter things.
Yeah.
Well, good for you, Casper.
Yeah, I've seen the light.
And to add on to that, having rolled a decent roll of 15, you know that just generally people don't necessarily see her as evil or good, but she's just sort of seen as like this necessary. I don't want to say necessary evil because I controversial what you said, but something that's sort of unavoidable.
She's an evil bitch.
You've grown quite opposite of fond.
I sure have.
Quite.
Of this
One more thing.
By all means.
Yeah. After I receive a ration from Guts, I want to kind of look at him real quick and kind of almost admire this. Like, I've seen kobolds before, and I almost know kobolds to be some
They're different. They're different. They're almost like a lizard reptilian like creature, and I look at Guts almost like this. It's almost like he's a gem, almost like a diamond in the rough type of way, and I'm also very curious about the fact of how he wields a greatsword as big as mine. And he's fucking small as shit, so I'm gonna walk up to you, Guts. I appreciate the ration.
Ain't mine.
You hate yours? Fuck, mate. Got a couple extra, actually. You just take yours back.
That's fine.
No, you're gonna take this one back.
I have extra.
With extras with me? Or you just let me know when you run out.
Sure.
I'm a little curious. I just have like one simple question. Your sword. Not as big as mine.
Sure.
Where the fuck do you wield it?
I work out, bro.
It is just not to cancel the roleplay, but it is getting close to 11. You guys got life in you still? You
Yes.
want to go for another 15, 20? Something
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
Hey,
It's 11:05.
hey Bryce, how are you
Now.
feeling? You want to go
that?
for a
Like,
little
yes, but I need
extra?
more coffee. That
Gonna
works
go
for you,
extra?
Bryce?
Yeah, let's get to a good spot.
All right,
bro.
Cool. Yeah, I just
Sorry.
think maybe getting
Me
closer to nearing Cragwillow would be a good place to stop it.
Yeah, like we're just traveling like kind of towards Cragwillow. We've already alluded and all that stuff.
Yeah. So
Okay,
maybe
perfect.
you're asking him this as you're walking.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
can agree to that.
I didn't mean to butt into the roleplay there, so if there's anything
Oh,
else
that's
you
great.
guys had to say, then.
A couple things. Guts.
Yeah.
It's interesting. Seems to notice there's almost like an interest from Sap in you.
Yeah. Keep that on the low.
I'm sorry.
I know this guy.
Me and him are talking like
Yeah.
directly to each other.
Yeah, kind of following in the back, lowered voices.
I know this guy.
You know Sam?
Yeah.
From before you died?
Yeah. Yeah, my master and him used to do caravanning together for a little bit.
Yeah.
And yeah, he traveled with us for a bit. I'm just fucking with him right now. Yeah.
So you're just playing dumb.
I'm just not acknowledging it.
Guts, I've almost grown a very big respect on you for some reason.
Is it because I'm small?
No, it's not because you're small and you wield a sword as such as mine. It's trust me, it's something that I look at and it's like, what the fuck, man? It's amazing. It's amazing what you do.
It's because I'm weird.
Can I? No, it's not because you're weird. Like,
Are you sure?
I promise you.
Okay.
I just want. I noticed there was something off. Sap seemed to every time you would do anything, he seemed to almost kind of look at you in some sort of way.
Yeah. We're friends.
It makes me
He's
feel a
being
lot
weird,
better
so
about
I'm
the
being
situation.
He's being weird, so I'm being weird.
I honestly thought he knew you and you didn't know
He's
him.
very manipulative. And yeah, he wants to play this game. I'll play it back, baby.
You're talking the same Sap, the artificer.
He's psychotic.
Can I roll an insight steal?
Roll an insight. Roll either a deception or a persuasion,
Yes.
depending on what you're trying to do.
13.
You don't have to say what it is.
Okay, sorry.
No, yeah, I want to know the numbers, but he doesn't have to say whether it's deception.
What did you say to roll?
And
Either persuasion or deception, depending on what you're trying to do.
I'm also not trying to metagame. I'm just like, I'm curious. I'm actually curious. I've noticed that the entire campaign so far.
7.
What did you roll?
13.
didn't notice at all.
Go ahead and elaborate on whether or not you're.
I didn't
I'm
either.
lying.
Yeah,
I know him, but I'm just talking shit.
yeah, and you get the sense that maybe it's friendly banter. You
And-
don't think that there's a lot of weight to it.
Yeah, and as soon as I recognize that, I'm gonna kind of look at you guys and be like, "It's okay.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Between you and me,
Great guy. But fuck that guy.
you know, your secret's fucking safe, man. I forgot what we were talking about, anyways." And I'm just gonna kind of just like lean over to the side.
I thought you were gonna lean into him and be like, "You're funny, funny looking."
Guts. I may
How
be
does
a
that
big ass
smell?
fucking dragon, and you may
Just
be a
like that.
small dog.
Not like Bond.
I didn't mean to be.
Really good, actually. Like, Steve.
You're very fucking impressive.
Cool. I appreciate that. I want to let you know I'm not scared of you.
I
Okay.
don't want you to be.
Alright.
I'm actually looking to hold you close.
Let's do it.
I think me, Gabriel, and I look over towards the Dragonborn, and you might be the strongest in the force. These other people, they wield magic sources, but I almost feel like they fall short when it comes to actually being in the heat of battle, taking damage, and actually feeling the sword cross just any piece of plate that you have.
Yeah, I'll guard them. They're cool people.
No, I agree, and it's just trying to build a foundation here. Not learned to trust many, but you guys seem to be the ones I want to be around.
Sam's a good guy. Very smart. Very sneaky.
He's very smart. Just before we end this real quick, I'm going to give you a secret. I'm going to give you a secret.
Good.
Sap is an artificer, correct?
Yeah.
I think you'd be better off. I think you'd be better off actually getting him back into his old life, maybe acquainted. Maybe not playing this game with him. Maybe he gets to
So I'm the
focus.
problem.
I'm not saying you're the problem. Maybe he'd be able to focus on what's really at hand, because he really pays attention to you. You haven't noticed at all. He watches you every second. He's the only person who does that.
Hey, fellas. What y'all talking about over there?
Talking shit
Oh.
about you.
Pause.
Never mind. Carry on.
Yeah. So as you guys
guys smell
meander
like
your
shit.
way through this sort of mountainous region, the terrain has taken a toll on you guys, and the night is still a couple hours out, but you're wearing down. You get the sense that without some kind of a break, you may be overly exhausted.
Just like this.
Can we make it to just like right outside the city?
That's kind of what I'm thinking.
Perfect.
And so you make it to right out now. So you guys find a spot along this trail that's narrow. We're able to sort of post up on some rocks. Without any recent checks, I will allow this to be a short rest. If you guys need to regain some hit points and roll some hit die. If
Short rest?
Short rest. If you guys want to take the time. Nightfall is still a couple hours out.
Sweet. I would like to do a Arcana recovery.
Okay.
So I will get a level 1 spell slot back on that short rest.
Sure.
I don't know what the sorcerer shit is. I'm taking a short rest of the sorcerer.
Put your feet in shorts.
Yeah.
He's so bad with technology.
Oh, that's neat. Taking short rest.
He's on the screen of like a spell this popular. Let's see anything.
Campfire short rest.
And then do
As everyone's sort of gathering their things, I'm just grimacing at Guts.
You love him.
Well, yeah, there's some tension.
Sexual.
What I'm noticing.
Sexual tension.
What, dude? What, dude?
I just heard a voice that I can't explain.
Songbird.
Where did this come from?
Short rest, you say?
Short rest, I say. Short rest, I say.
God, I need to level up quick because I took one hit and
Me too.
all my health went away. Short rest. Wait, short rest.
You're gonna ask me what you asked me earlier.
Short rest doesn't help with what? Doesn't give me my
Whatever
HP back.
Okay. As you guys are all getting this stuff figured out, we'll say that you guys took a break on the rocks. Had you decided not to do this, you would know that continuing into the night, walking without a break, you would take a level of exhaustion.
Yeah.
Which would have given you disadvantage on all checks.
Everything.
And saving throws.
Sure. Reset.
You make your way walking into the night. The stars out here just shine brilliantly in the sky. There is no sign of like city life like Oriel that you're used to in the Sunfire City.
Yeah.
The ports and the lights that surround your city of arcane nature tend to take away from the astrology above you. And having been in this new land that's sort of very distant from what you're used to, that's something that you really take note of, is that the stars are just, you can see the entire galaxies above you. As morning weans into the sky, and you notice those apricot, those sort of bubblegum pinks that fill the sky with the sunrise.
We take a long rest?
Short rest. Just to negate exhaustion. You guys, unless you want to make camp and have that real place.
No, let's just chill.
I thought you were saying the sun was rising.
Short rest, bro. Do your thing.
To the night pass?
Yeah, you guys walk through that.
Do your thing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Keep going.
We stop and like take a little break.
Yeah. Shortly after you took the rest, the traverse went from being sort of a steep incline into these valleys and plateaus, and traversing this difficult terrain to leveling out of it. And as you get to a point where you have a small sort of rock climbing section, and it's nothing that's super advanced, it's not super tall, I'm not going to make you roll checks for it. But you guys sort of climb up over this edge, and you see in the distance Cragwillow. You see a small city that lies nestled deep within the confines of this limestone valley. The walls of the valley leading to a sort of a limestone gate that surrounds the exterior of the city. And it's a small city. It's maybe a population of 10,000, 5,000. You recognize Cragwillow, Guts. A sight you've seen before. Its picturesque charm that it used to have is now tainted by this unsettling presence that you feel run through your bones. As you make your way down the valley, approaching Cragwillow itself, The valley that appears to be holding the town together in a tight embrace. Its towering limestone walls that loom ominously overhead. Its beautiful natural remains is now marred by an oppressive atmosphere that hangs heavy in your hair. You feel that weight on your shoulders. Its entrance has withered. The stonework seems to have crumbled and cracked. You see into the first 100 to 200 feet of the city, and it's a ghost. At a time like this, early in the morning, where shopkeepers would be bustling to set up, children, parents scuttering around to tend to any kind of trades needs or household chores. The break of dawn that really starts everyone's day. You see around the exterior of the town where there's lichens and small bits of vegetation are all rotten. The buildings, as far as you can see, are dilapidated and sagging under the weight of the excess, coated with sort of a sickly sheen. You remember Hesh telling you about the entrance to the Thieves' Gate. You don't sense any present danger at the entrance of the town, but you do recall her telling you to follow the gates of the town, the walls left of the entrance, to look towards.
We even had a map, I think.
Yeah, I'll pull that out. I'll start.
Okay. Sure enough, you make your way along the edges of this town that once had such a cozy feeling to it, especially in a morning sunrise like this. You hear strange sounds far off in the distance, and you do see lights, as the city sort of has these tiered sections where the beginning is sort of the lower class central entrance to the town that raises up through valley plateaus that go sort of to the middle class, and then on the highest portion of the city lies this limestone castle that looms over the rest of the city, where only the wealthiest patrons live, including the Duke of the city. You see lights at the highest portion of the walls of this, the exterior of the city, feel brittle, and you make your way, sort of feeling your hands in it.
I'm gonna keep an eye out for the ones that have the rats on them.
The mouse. Sure enough, as you're running your hands along, looking around in your surrounding areas, you feel a bump run over your finger. And where you feel that is etched into the stone a small symbol of a mouse, with sort of in a position where he's sitting forward facing you, holding like a small needle in his hand. You almost run into these crates and these barrels that are wooden, that sort of cover that area of the exterior of the wall. Roll me a perception. As you're sort of looking around these crates and barrels, just out of the corner of your eye, do you see peeking out from beneath the metal bars, the small sewer.
Guys, I found the entrance to the Thieves Guild. Sorry.
And that's where we'll end our session.
Hey! That was a good one, dude.
Good job.
Some heavy role play, dude.
That was heavy.
That was really good.
Trauma dumped on us.
There's a lot that we unpacked there. I feel like I went way too long.
No,
you did great.
You were
No,
building
you
up this
did awesome.
frustration. Your bottle popped.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
I didn't want to take it away from you guys.
No.
We were like
You did
stammering
great.
around.
Let's save. I think this now that we've got 3 sessions under our belt, I think saving all of our thoughts about everything that's happened so far would be great for an additional stream at some point. So
Yeah.
You're right.
So let's sort of get together and talk about it at some point, maybe next week.
Yeah, we'll get another session in.
Yeah, and it doesn't have to be long, but just something that we can all kind of
like
share our
recap.
feelings, how we're liking it. If you
Yeah.
guys have any questions
that.
that aren't like real metagamey to me, then I'm happy to help out with that.
Yeah, great.
And we're gonna do another one of another session of this campaign tomorrow.
We will be doing
Yes.
another session of this campaign tomorrow, hopefully a little bit earlier than
Yes.
we started tonight.
Maybe a little
we
longer,
we got hung up. I'm hoping to do a 3-hour, maybe if we're really pushing, maybe 3.5 hours.
I'm down for
Yeah,
that.
dude, I want to push it.
So
this is what we're here
The
for.
last
You
day.
should take an intermission.
Dude, let's just
Take an intermission,
montage,
yeah.
bro.
With that being said, if there's anyone still sticking around and watching
Thanks
us
for watching,
bullshit,
guys.
Yeah.
thank you so much for being here.
Love it.
This has really become a passion for all of us, a passion project, I should say. And just to be able to all be together in one space doing this is something I want to make a semi-annual, maybe, but at least annual thing that we do together. And then obviously continuing our online streams over Discord throughout that time. But a couple of quick shout outs. Thank you so much to Bryce for putting together the overlays.
Shout out, Bryce.
He manages the audio. He is that beautiful, beautiful boy behind the scenes who takes care of us in every way. So thank you so much, Bryce.
I'm hoping he can join at some point.
Yeah.
We wouldn't have
We'll
this
get him
stream.
in. This would not have been possible.
None of this
So
Bryce is the man.
would have been possible without Bryce.
other than that, check out our TikTok at Advantage and our Instagram at Advantage DND. If you follow us on Instagram, you'll get a little bit better updates. I'm trying to work on doing some more ahead of time rather than like right as we're starting the stream, but be able to plan out if we do any bonus content or anything like that. Also, shout out to Chase. Been getting into 3D printing, making a bunch of minis. All of the ones we used tonight were printed by him.
Printed
We'll
by
be-
him. Sure.
We'll be painting them tomorrow.
Yeah.
morning.
They all came out
let's
great.
try and paint him tomorrow.
So
maybe.
when we
Checks out
when we
some
come back
colors
to our
tomorrow.
stream in the evening tomorrow, then it should all be personalized and look just like how you guys want them to look. So
Yeah.
Okay, guys.
great. I had a fucking blast.
I do want to add one thing as well. The streams for Twitch, they've changed their whole process. As sure as many of you know who watch Twitch, any of the archive videos that go 3 weeks to 4 weeks back will be deleted.
I think it's 1 to 2 weeks.
Yeah, 1 to 2 weeks now.
Find us on YouTube.
Find us on
right.
YouTube at Advantage. We're still so small right now that if you look in at Advantage, it doesn't pop up. But if you search up Shattered Virtues,
Yep, Shattered
or
Virtues.
Shadows of the Dusk,
Shadows of the Dust Queen, you will find it as well.
Then
Yep.
you'll be able to find our page.
Yeah.
Give us a subscribe over there. And if you're not somebody who can keep up on regular content,
Watch the recorded
that's
stuff.
The recordings.
Yeah, and also as well in the Twitch bio that we have right here, the YouTube for this channel is linked in it as well.
Right.
You guys can watch all these streams. We will put them up the next day after every single time.
Yeah, and show a friend if you think that we're interesting and you've watched a couple of our streams. Share it with somebody you know that you think might be interested in. Maybe somebody that's never played D&D before. A lot of us are relatively new.
Right.
And just show them what it's like to play an actual D&D session because it's a blast.
It's a blast.
Yeah, you don't have to be super good at this to have a lot of fun.
No, you don't. You just have to have imagination
And good friends.
That's it. And good friends, a good group.
Later, guys.
All right, on that note, let's end it. We love you all.
Later, boys. Later, girls.